Ben Goertzel here. It's the end of March 2021, and this has been an incredibly exciting month for SingularityNET in so many different ways. So much is going on. You know, my head is almost spinning. I don't know where to start. I guess I'll start with the SingularityNET software platform, which is really the foundation for all the other cool stuff that's going on. Obviously, the big news on the platform side is SingularityNET Phase 2, and in particular, the partnership with Cardano and IOHK. And our platform team is heavily focusing on that right now. In the immediate term, there's, I guess, 4 things. There's making the Cardano version of the token, and that's working now on the Cardano testnet. There's forking the Ethereum AGI token to create a new version that is able to be converted back and forth with the Cardano version of the token or other versions of the token. We got to get all the current Ethereum-based platform to work with the new version of the Ethereum token. There's working closely with the IOHK Cardano team on converting back and forth between the ADA and Ethereum versions, which ultimately there's going to be sophisticated ways to do that within the Cardano wallets. We're working on some shortcuts for that back and forth conversion that will let us, launch it more quickly than the most sophisticated versions may be ready. Then working with the IOHK Cardano guys also on initial functionalities for the ADA, the Cardano version of the token. So say staking will be an early functionality. We're planning to offer significantly nicer staking rewards for the AGI on Cardano token than we have been for the Ethereum version, and most likely the staking contracts will be available before the full port of SingularityNET Marketplace to Cardano. In all of this, our goal is to make as much of the back end of SingularityNET blockchain independent as possible. I mean, some different code for different blockchains obviously is necessary. You got Solidity on the Ethereum side and Plutus on the Cardano side, but the inner workings of the marketplace, things like the reputation system, the AI DSL for agents to talk to each other, a lot of these things can be the same regardless of the underlying blockchain, and that's just better software design, right? And apart from Cardano stuff, other platform stuff on our minds, which is not getting as much attention as the Cardano integration now. I mean, we need to improve the SingularityNET platform in various ways so as to better enable broader adoption by AI developers and application developers, and remove any obstacles that are slowing down adoption now. I mean, we need to simplify the AI setup on the platform. We need to finally get the crypto to fiat gateway out there, and the whole ecosystem is maturing there, which means there's new partners popping up who have solved many of the compliance issues across jurisdictions that have slowed down the rollout of the crypto to fiat gateway so far. We need to roll out additional licensing models with subscriptions and multi-tier pricing to more flexibly enable asynchronous requests into the platform, which will be important for machine learning model training, neural symbolic reasoning, and access to really large ML models like transformer neural net language models or something. Then we want to further simplify the SDK software development kit usage. Put sample projects online that can be downloaded and used in a sort of plug and play way by developers. So there's a whole lot of general platform improvements that are going to apply basically across the Ethereum and Cardano versions, as well as working on the port. I know we would have liked to release by this point in the year a detailed 2021 roadmap with like timeline for everything, but the thing we're running up against is a lot of the things we're working on, the timing and the amount of work that we have to do depends on the Cardano team's timing and the particulars of their deliverables. So we're working really well and really closely with the Cardano team, but dependence on their internal sort of delivery timelines for things means that it's hard for us to pin down the timing for everything we're doing. But I mean, we're working really hard. We're making incredible progress, and collaboration with IOHK is really being great. I mean, these are very, very knowledgeable, competent guys who are just a heck of a lot of fun to work with. So that's the platform. Now on top of the platform, I mean, there's a couple things inside SingularityNet Foundation that we're doing that I think are pretty significant. I mean, one is AI DSL, which I've talked about a bunch before. I mean, we're really making progress on that, which is you know, a lot of fun to see. So we got a prototype going in the Idris functional programming language, which is sort of the next step beyond Haskell, which allows different AI agents to describe each other's properties to each other and automatically match up to each other if appropriate, without human intervention needed for the matching of the agents. And that's you know, that's still at the advanced research phase. It's not ready to be integrated into the platform, but I think we're going to be able to stick it into the Cardano version of the SingularityNet marketplace and protocol not too long after we get the full marketplace running on Cardano. And then the OpenCog Hyperon system, which I'm viewing as the sort of artificial general intelligence core of the decentralized SingularityNet AI network. I mean, if we're going to get real general intelligence out of this whole decentralized network, there's going to be a lot of emergence there. But I think you also need some particular components in there that have some significant levels of general intelligence on their own to cause the broader general intelligence to crystallize. And, you know, Hyperon is our best effort at creating this AGI core for the whole artificial general intelligence core for the whole AGI token powered decentralized network. And we've been looking pretty hard at, you know, how do you make OpenCog Hyperon not just distributed processing, but decentralized processing, leveraging the whole SingularityNet network. And also thinking about how do you use OpenCog Hyperon to help SingularityNet work better. So can we use Hyperon to implement the SingularityNet reputation system in a scalable and really intelligent way? Can we use it to implement offer networks which allow you know, better matching of AI needs with AI requests? So I think we're going to see a lot of interesting stuff come out there. Again, this is advanced research phase, and it's stuff that will wind up on the Cardano version of the platform after we get all the more basic software engineering done to get the full platform and marketplace running on Cardano. Apart from all this stuff, which is sort of deep tech stuff inside the SingularityNet guts, we've been working a bunch with other SingularityNet ecosystem projects, which is also very exciting stuff. So I mean, the nifty drop that David Hansen and Andrea Bonacetto did regarding some art sort of co-created by Andrea, David Hansen, and Sophia, various software systems associated with Sophia's mind, and then Sophia's, you know, robot hand actually touching up the art and adding on to it. I mean, this was not in itself SingularityNet thing, though I was happy to play a role just by introducing Andrea and David Hansen and getting the whole thing going. But this it's a precursor of a bunch of similar and amazing stuff that's likely to happen through the Sophia DAO joint venture between SingularityNet Foundation and Hansen Robotics. I mean, Sophia DAO is about fostering Sophia's open source intelligence, creativity, and compassion in all sorts of different ways and dimensions. But creative arts has always been envisioned as a part of that. So I think the Sophia Nifty drop that already happened, very cool. And, you know, it's step one in a whole bunch of creative arts related stuff that we're going to see from not only Sophia, but a bunch of other AIs running on top of SingularityNet platform. I mean, certainly SingularityNet, Cardano, and Sophia and Nifties are really a beautiful and natural combination. I myself have done a bunch of work on AI generation of music. You know, Alexei Potapov and our team in St. Petersburg has done a bunch with AI generation of visual artwork. Sergei Shalapin in our natural language processing team in St. Petersburg has done a bunch with AI generated, you know, poetry and creative prose of various sorts. So there's a whole bunch of work lurking in the background for creative arts based AI, which I think synergizes with Sophia DAO Nifty's and Cardano in an exciting way, and we're sort of brewing that in the background. You can expect some cool stuff there. Singularity DAO, the decentralized finance project, is really picking up speed. I mean, we've got an engineering team working on building that now. We're not too far from having something interesting to launch. I mean, we're actively working both on the smart contract and the blockchain DeFi part, and on the AI financial prediction and altcoin market simulation part. So that's become quite active on the software development and machine learning experimentation side. And I'm pretty psyched about that as a way of leveraging a bunch of the machine learning and machine reasoning work that we've been doing sort of in the background in SingularityNET for a while. So I'm in predicting altcoin prices, doing risk management across, you know, AI curated portfolios of altcoins is it's a fun playground for a lot of the AI in our toolkit. Other ecosystem projects, NewNet, Rejuve, Accelerando, we'll be doing a bunch of work on in the background. I guess I won't take time to tell you too much about that now, but to say that, you know, we've been deep in discussion with the Cardano team about how to use Plutus and how to use various features of Cardano native assets to really help these projects achieve what they need to achieve. And I think there's going to be some really interesting synergies there. I know of those three projects, NewNet, Rejuve, and Accelerando, they're all discussed a bit in the SingularityNET Phase 2 documentation. You know, NewNet is decentralized processing across all sorts of different hardware devices. Rejuve is AI-powered machine learning applied to genomics and other sorts of medical data aimed at life extension. Accelerando Media, I've talked about less than the others, but Accelerando Media, it's, you know, it's on the one level, this will be a futurist website with just interesting news curated by AI algorithms and information pushed out to the reader about the future of technology. But it's also going to be a showcase for AI applied to media, both media articles and videos and images, and also social media in terms of comments and rating of comments and so forth. So we're looking at Accelerando Media both as a really cool way to, you know, use our AI to get better information about the future of technology out there, but also as a prototyping and playground for AI applied to social media more generally. And I think the need for beneficial decentralized AI in the social media domain should be extremely well understood now. I mean, we look at what's going on with Twitter and Facebook and other major social media, and you can see the centralized companies are not doing a good job of you know, applying machine learning and natural language processing for anyone's benefit except the benefit of their shareholders, right? And I mean, that's not what society needs. If we want to move toward a beneficial technological singularity for all humanity, we need not only advanced AI software, we need advancement of consciousness and advancement of compassion in human society. And I mean, if we want to get there, we need the social media that increasingly are gluing us together to be controlled in a beneficial and decentralized way. This is not about any one media property, be it Facebook, Twitter, or Accelerando, but using our Accelerando Media sort of futurist news media website as a playground and testing ground and showcase for advanced AI technologies aimed at media and social media. I think there's a lot of future there. We've been working on that a bunch, and you can expect to see more. And yeah, lastly, we've been doing a lot of deep thinking about part of SingularityNET Phase 2 called deep funding, decentralized ecosystem project funding. I think 30% of the tokens that will be newly launched during Phase 2 are going into this deep funding pool, which means that community members will be democratically voting on what these tokens are used for, right? And community members will propose projects, and community members will vote on these projects. And we're going through a lot of thinking, discussion, and advice solicitation on the exact best way to manage this. I mean, this is a lot. It's a lot of tokens, but it's a huge opportunity. I mean, we put this into Phase 2 for a reason, because we need to move SingularityNET from being a foundation-driven project to ultimately being a DAO, which is entirely community-driven. And deep funding is intended as a mechanism to help make the project move in that direction, to becoming more and more community-driven. I think that the Cardano Catalyst program is a huge inspiration there, and we're likely to do something with deep funding, combined together with Cardano Catalyst very tightly with part of the deep funding. We're also looking at how do you do more sort of incubator / accelerator-ish stuff, where we actively, SingularityNET Foundation actively reaches out to entrepreneurial teams of developers or research teams that want to do stuff on the platform, and we help them through the process of gluing their team together, getting this stuff initially launched on the platform, and then applying to the community for deep funding. So we may have several different sort of sub mechanisms for leveraging the deep funding pool, all of which ultimately center on the community voting on community proposals. And I think this is going to be really critical to making the SingularityNET platform and ecosystem and community grow in the direction that we've always envisioned. You can expect to hear a bunch more on that also. Finally, I should briefly mention a couple exciting hires we've made. I mean, we are beefing up our executive and leadership team generally in preparation for going full speed ahead with incredible speed during Phase 2. And we're not done with this yet. You'll hear more about our expansion of the leadership team before long. But what I have to announce now, there's Jan Horlings as a VP of product, who will be working closely with a long-time participant, Ibi Benali, who's been promoted to VP of marketing. So as VP of product, Jan will be sort of taking charge of everything to do with the SingularityNET platform as a product. Like, what's the feature list and why? What features are being most requested by potential users out in the world in terms of AI application developers or AI algorithm developers, and really trying to shape up the platform into something that's incredibly appealing to a broad base of users. Then Mario Kasiraki we have brought on as Chief Financial Officer, and he has an amazing mix of traditional finance and investment banking background with crypto finance and tokenomics background. We'd been working with Mario a bit already. He'd been an advisor on the Singularity DAO project, and after seeing what he could do there, I really wanted to bring him into SingularityNET so that he could help us with everything all matters financial and tokenomic. So I'm very psyched to have onboarded both Jan and Mario, and we're going to have a little bit more expansion on the leadership team before long, which I think we're really building like a power team that can lead SingularityNET to incredible new heights, working together with Cardano and most importantly together with the whole community, which I think is going to be massively energized by deep funding and various things that emerge in the ecosystem as a result of that. So yeah, that's sort of a wild ride through some of the cool things going on in my world and SingularityNET's world this month. At this stage, each month is getting better and better. Things are really going very fast in a very exciting way, and there's no doubt 2021 is going to be a breakthrough year for the project.